Ophelia likes it when you rub her nose like this. She's getting really sleepy. Oh. I think you can tell I miss Pippin right now. I don't know. It's so cute. I love Christmas lights. It's a cold, wintry day. My calc class got canceled because the professor is not feeling well. So I just went to the penthouse and got some coffee, and I'll probably go back home and take a shower. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Mrs. Blaze, I got your postcard. So apparently it was shoved in the very back of my mailbox, and since my mailbox is in the bottom row, I usually just sort of like put my hand in there and like feel around for mail. So this time I knelt down and looked inside, and there it was. So thank you. It's really sweet and really cute, and I think I'm gonna put it on my bulletin board. Quick update on my bulletin board. I have my postcard up and my catacorn card. So here's how it looks now. Oh, and I have a balloon from the coding contest. Why is my hair being so curly? Look at this. I don't know what it's doing, but I don't want it to stop. I think it's Freddy or whatever. From outside really brightens up the place, I think. There's my window like creepily behind it. So I just went to Human Bean and got myself a cappuccino. They have their red holiday cups out, and I just thought this was really funny. I laughed a little too hard at it. Oh gosh. I know, I just wish I had thought of that. Maybe that'll be my future job, thinking of kind of dumb puns for coffee cups. That sounds like a dream job, right? Yeah, see, there's Human Bean. It's kind of nice, actually. They're, I've been finding that, like, so my default coffee, like, drink to get is a cappuccino, because it's a step up from, like, you know, a latte or just a plain coffee, but it's still cheaper than, like, a flavored kind of thing. So those are my special drinks. But a wet cappuccino is my go-to, because they're usually, like, you know, I don't know, like $2.75 or $3. This was $3 for a 16-ounce cappuccino, which is, you know, I think that's fairly decent. And I just really wanted some, like, I don't know, fun coffee after honors today, you know. I was wanting some change. So, the last book that we read for honors, so one of the ones we discussed today, was book 1 of the Histories by Herodotus, and is one of my favorite books for this semester. So this guy is basically the father of, like, modern history. Like, he was the first, maybe the first guy to, like, write, like, to think of a history, like, and he basically created the genre, right? But it's still very, like, it's a kind of rough thing. It's a lot different from, like, modern history, you know, because it's not as, like, oh, like, factual based and we gotta be objective and whatever. Like, it's extremely, like, his bias really comes out, and then there's a lot of, like, it's kind of like he's talking about, it's mostly kind of Greece and that area, and then he kind of gets into, like, the Persians, because the Persian Wars, and Egyptians and stuff, so it's really interesting to see, because it's kind of that world of, like, I don't know, 4th century BC Greece. I could probably check. He was born 485 BC, and so he seems to have put the finishing touches to his work around 425 BC, in the early years of the Peloponnesian War. Yeah, so it's basically just like the sort of chronological, like, like here's, kings and whatever, sort of like places around Greece, kind of. And then it kind of has this sort of thing where, like, you like look at these guys and then you kind of zoom in and here's some sort of like almost urban legends about these people. And so sometimes it's like, yeah, that seems like, feasible, and sometimes it's like, what on earth did I just read? But yeah, there's some pretty great stories in it. We only had to read book 1 for honors, and then we also read book 1 of Thucydides, the Peloponnesian War, which it's also a history, but it was written after Herodotus. It's more objective. It's still not quite, but yeah, so it's a lot different though, because Herodotus is just so sarcastic and just kind of snarky a lot, like there's this one part where he says like the Lacedaemonians have just about the worst customs in the whole of Greece. Yeah, so it's that kind of thing. But anyway, there's like this one story I wanted to read to you, that I just really liked. I thought it was great, and it was like, yeah, go women. So there's this queen of Babylon who was named something. It just kind of refers to her as like she, like for 3 pages. So it's like one of those kind of annoying, like, okay, you're not even gonna name her. But here it is. So she had a tomb built for herself over the busiest city gates, in a prominent place right above the actual gates, and she had the tomb engraved with the following inscription: "Any subsequent king of Babylon who is short of money may open my tomb and take as much as he wants. But it will not go well for him if he opens the tomb for any other reason than because he is short of money." The tomb was undisturbed until Darius was king. He resented the fact that he could not use these gates because that would have involved his riding under a corpse, and that the money was just lying there with its beckoning inscription, but he could not take it. So he opened the tomb. He found no money, however, but there was the corpse and the following message: "Only greed and avarice could have led you to open the tomb of the dead." That is the kind of person this queen is supposed to have been. So basically he got trolled by a dead woman, and it's just really great. Yes, there's a bunch more of this. I've gone on to book 2, and I want to read the whole thing. So I mean, it's thick. I mean, I'm not going to like blitz it. It'll probably take me a while since I'm doing other stuff. Megan and I have talked about this, how it's like no time to read, but you want to read so badly. Yeah, I think there's I don't know. I feel like there's 12 books in it, so it could be a while. But yeah, just wanted to share that with you. I finally finished my Yahtzee game that I did not think I would get done I don't know, this early. And I just want to show you. I'm not going to go super into it because I know it's not very exciting. For me it is, but it's a lot of code. I have about 470 lines. And yeah, so it's just it's a solitaire Yahtzee game, basically, text-based. And it's due next week. And I'm already done with it, so that means I can spend this weekend working mostly on my honors paper, as opposed to some of that and then some of this. Hey guys, so I finished Ophelia today. A refresher, it's Hamlet, but from Ophelia's perspective. It was a pretty good book. I liked it. Little book review time. Some of it, I felt like she was trying too hard to kind of fit the play into the book, have Ophelia, spy on some, see some conversations that happened between characters, but like she wasn't actually in that scene for the play, you know. So there are some things that I was like, okay, and yeah, but otherwise, really liked it. The ending was just what I wanted, because like the whole time, I was just like, man, I don't know what to say, because in case one of you guys wants to read it, so you guys can tell me if you want to, and if you're like, no, then I can talk about it or whatever. I don't know, but it is a good book. So you know, if one of you guys like wants to read it, I will probably be taking it home with me, if not for Thanksgiving break, for Christmas break, for sure. So you know, I can give it to you then. But yeah, I really enjoyed like the end especially, and it was just it was just kind of cool because it's like an interesting take on like I don't know, like really, you know, who is Ophelia like? Because you know, in the play she's kind of a passive like naive sort of character, and you're like, why does Hamlet like her? And but this kind of makes it like makes more sense. And it's written by an English professor too, so she you know appreciates Shakespeare and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's losing its leaves. It's so sad. It's starting to become naked. I'm using my last pumpkin spice. I've had this for a while now. Like, I've used all the rest, but I don't know. I was just keeping it for sentimental purposes. But today is a pumpkin spice day. I think it's time. Da, da, da. Oh. Alright. It's happening. Easy go, little boy, little. Hey guys, so this weekend has been kind of both a lazy and a busy weekend. I slept in on Saturday till like 10:30, and I slept in today till like 11:30. That's big for me. I don't usually like sleeping past the double digits, you know, but like I don't know. I just been so tired, and then I just had no motivation to actually like get up, you know, because it's just like, well, homework. There's no reason for me to get up like early for that. But your hands wet with sweat, your head needs a rest, and you're fooling yourself if you don't believe it. You're killing yourself if you don't believe it. Why must you be such an angry young man? Your future looks quite bright to me. How can there be such a sinister plan? Hide such a lamb, such a caring young man, and you're fooling yourself if you don't believe it. You're killing yourself if you don't believe it. Get up, get back on your feet. You're the one they can't beat, and you know it. Come on, just take what you've got. Just take your best shot and don't blow it. Blow